Jack, K-Dub.
The trucks went racing through the middle of this tiny little Vermont town. Multiple hunters and multiple pickup trucks were using CB radios to communicate with each other.
Keep them running.
These guys had packs of dogs in pursuit, and these dogs were wearing GPS collars, which let the hunters know where the dogs were, but they could be like a mile or two away from the dogs, so they really didn't know exactly what the dogs were doing. And it was absolute chaos.
Oh, which way it goes?
Yes, sir, boy. Get him, Leo. Get him. Get him.
And as I was watching all of this, all I could say to myself is, how in the world is this ever considered legal hunting? Well, according to Vermont's Fish and Wildlife Department,
They are considering new laws and rules to make it perfectly legal.
good morning, large white farm dogs. How are you guys doing this morning, huh? How's it going? Hi, sweetie. Hi. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Did you have a good night? Come on, let's go. We gotta do chores. Inside. Come on, let's go. Let's get the day started. I think the dogs know that I came out here with chicken treats today, and they are really interested in them. The other day I made some gluten-free pancakes for my wife, and they've kind of now gone old and gross. I was gonna feed them to the chickens, but I think the dogs could enjoy a little bit of it as well, and it would do no harm. Who would like a pancake? Toby dog? Enjoy. Abby dog? Enjoy. But yes, ultimately this will be chicken fodder. So yes, the other day a person actually sent me this video footage of coyote hound hunts. They actually saw my last video where I was talking about the coyote laws in Vermont, and they basically told me that if I thought that bear hound hunting was bad, that I should really take a look at this coyote hound hunting. And I will tell you, I just took one look at this footage and it is insane. I mean, this footage shows people just driving through this town with packs of dogs running the streets, chasing a lone coyote. And according to the guy who actually shot the footage and posted it on social media, this was a good and successful coyote hunt. I mean, never mind your opinion on coyotes, good or bad, which we'll talk about in a minute. The amount of chaos created by coyote hunts in small towns in Vermont is mind-boggling. I mean, packs of dogs running through the streets, dudes on the run loading as they're running. And then to think about the fact that these hunters could be miles away from their dogs without any sort of sense of control. I know, Toby, it's your favorite time of the morning when you get to greet your birds. Let's go. Morning, birds! Abby was over there sniffing at something and she thought we were about to forget about her and going into the birdhouse. I got both dogs marking their territory in here. So for those of you guys not familiar with our farm, we do raise ducks, geese, and chickens here on the farm. And I'm not 100% certain of this, but I'm pretty sure that we might be Vermont's largest commercial goose operation as of last year. And our large white farm dogs, their job is to actually protect our birds from predators like coyotes. And I'm a huge believer in using non-lethal predator controls in order to protect your animals from wildlife. And so that's how we end up with these two guys wandering around here. And these birds are most definitely their flock. Release the Kraken! Most of the birds were like, nah, it's too cold to want to go outside today. It's a really cloudy day, and it's about 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's about 28 degrees Fahrenheit inside the hoop coop, so they wanted to stay inside. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this yet, but apparently it seems like Release the Kraken has become a thing.
Super Duck. Release the Kraken.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
I don't know, when my buddy Alfred actually sent me the clip, I thought it was kind of cool to see it out there publicly. Oh, would you look at these ducks? What's up, duckery dudes? But I digress. So over the last couple of years, we've had a number of incidents with hound hunters here on our farm. For example, like right over here, like quite literally right where I'm pointing, we had hound hunters chasing raccoons end up on our property in the middle of the night. It ended up being a very tense situation. The state troopers were called and it was ugly. And then a couple of weeks later, Some bear hound hunters actually treed a bear, I don't know, maybe about 500 feet or 600 feet from where I'm pointing right here. And ever since those incidents, it has really had my attention very much focused on hound hunting and how Vermont's hunting laws really allow hound hunters to trample all over private property laws, posted land laws, and so I've become a rather vocal advocate about the practice. I think the other thing though for me that's grown more in the last few months is as I continue to focus on managing my farm like an ecosystem and saying how do I find balance with my animals versus the plants and wildlife that surround it, what I'm realizing is you need to manage your farm like an ecosystem and find ways to create balance. And one of those ways that we create balance is by using our dogs, which I most certainly will acknowledge a certain level of irony with, because essentially when you think about it, advocates for hound hunting will say that they use their dogs to haze and chase animals like coyotes and bears away from farms. But what I've found to be a much more practical and less disruptive approach is using livestock guardian dogs to create like a protective bubble around your farm and really keep those predators away. In fact, even though we are right here smack dab in the middle of prime coyote, bobcat, and bear habitat, since we got our first livestock guardian dog in 2019, we have not lost a single bird to one of those animals. In fact, our poultry farm's only known predator attack came in the form of one chicken that was killed by an aerial predator, either a hawk or an owl, I'm still not quite sure.
Rest in power, Queen.
Either way, I have found our dogs to be extremely effective in helping control wildlife. There you go. Would you like some too? All right, dogs out. Now it's time for the chickens. No, geese can't eat this. Geese aren't allowed to eat pancakes. But geese are allowed to gnaw on an old broccoli stalk. Who wants it? For the geese, let's go. Enjoy, enjoy. As you guys might have gathered by watching this video, I am somewhat of an animal lover. And even though I try to hunt deer and turkey, and a lot of our poultry is raised for meat, and our cattle are beef cows, I believe that if you're going to eat meat, you need to eat it in an ethical manner. That means raising your animals the right way, and that means hunting animals the right way. Which is why when I saw this coyote hound hunting footage the other day, it made me so incredibly upset. And for sensitive viewers, you might want to skip past this next 25 seconds because this video is very, very disturbing.
Good dogs. Cut the second one and killed him. He's still a little alive. Good boy, Jake. Good boy, Chancer.
What I saw in this footage were hound hunters catching a coyote, but rather than quickly shooting the animal and putting it out of its misery, they just simply watched and chuckled as their dogs mauled the coyote. That to me is appalling. But when I look at Vermont's hunting community, I'm struck by the silence. I mean, here we have coyote hound hunters running through Vermont, causing chaos through a town, potentially trampling all over private property rights, presenting an absolutely horrific animal welfare situation when you think about how these dogs are allowed to act and interact with the coyote. And the only folks I'm seeing speak on this issue are a wildlife group. I mean, look, I am not a hound hunter and I'm very clearly publicly not a fan of hound hunting, but I am a believer in using hunting and certain trapping methods as a way to control certain animal populations here in the state of Vermont. And it kind of makes me a little bit crazy to find myself more and more aligned with an animal rights group than fellow hunters here in Vermont. Good morning, guys. How's the Moo Crew Jr. doing, huh? Take one giant step back there, Joey Ramone, please. Good boy, good boy. Yup, yup. And now you can have a tasty alfalfa treat. There you go, buddy. So these are our 4 calves. You have Joey Ramone, Jimi Hendrix, Bonnie McMurray, and Belinda Carlisle in the back there. This is probably the last week of having Jimi Hendrix here on the farm. I know, buddy, I'm gonna miss you. He's actually going to another farm here in Vermont. Should be a good home. Bonnie McMurray, Belinda Carlisle, and Joey Ramone are gonna stay here on the farm. Shortly after Jimi Hendrix goes on his way, I'll pull down that gate and the calves can be reunited with their mothers. I've had the calves separated for about 40 days from the moms, and so I'm pretty sure they're fully weaned at this point. And so I can let those guys integrate. And then this pen will be cleared out and it will turn into the initial home for Randy Macho Man Savage.
I am the cream, yeah.
The new bull calf for breeding that we're adding to the farm.
The cream of the crop.
Belinda, you are such a sweetie. Come on, Bonnie. You know you want to. Bonnie McMurray remains our most skittish calf.
Bonnie! Bonnie! Did you feed the dog?
Yes!
Oh, well, thank you.
And Ginny Barncat here remains our most friendliest barn cat. Now I know that there's gonna be groups like the Vermont Federation of Sportsmen's Clubs or the Vermont Traditions Coalition who are gonna see my video and say, oh, this guy's just doing it for the money. Well, let me just be very clear here, friends. When I upload this video to YouTube, I will very clearly click the little box that lets me make a video non-monetized, meaning that YouTube won't be paying me a nickel for this video here. I think the reason I'm so hot on talking to the Vermont Traditions Coalition and the Vermont Federation of Sports Clubs is because I really am concerned about what I'm seeing in these videos. And I genuinely want to ask if that's what they consider hunting. I don't think that having a coyote injured on the ground being attacked by a pack of dogs is hunting. I don't think driving multiple pickup trucks through a town while you chase a coyote is hunting. I don't think sitting in the warm, cushy cab of your pickup truck while you chase a little dot on a GPS map is considered hunting. And if you're a mile away from your dog, you do not have control of your dog. So why do you defend this? Why do you give hunters who want to sit in a deer stand or put out some turkey calls, why do you give them the bad reputation that comes with these hound hunters? That's not what I call hunting. Why do you consider that hunting? While it's not like we're the same, it's also not like we're from different planets. I genuinely love my farm. I truly cherish my property private rights, but I also deeply care about the wildlife of Vermont, and I thoroughly enjoy hunting right out there in the back 40 of our farm. Hey, Amanda Hug and Kiss. Still giving me the stink eye? She's the newest heifer on our farm. And so I ask again, where is the Vermont Traditions Coalition? Where is the Vermont Federation of Sportsmen Clubs? Like, where are you guys in condemning stuff like this? Where are you guys in saying, yeah, that isn't the right way to hunt?
When asked, both groups declined to comment for this video.
I know I've offered it to you guys before, but I'd be happy to have you on a video and have a conversation about it. Heck, we could even do it as a live stream. You wouldn't have to worry about me doing any sort of editing voodoo that you claim that I can do.
Come on, Ginny. Come on, Toby. We need more jump cuts. I need more jump cuts.
Come on, Amanda. You can do this. Feel like if I keep giving you treats, maybe eventually I'll earn your trust. Just like my girl Annabelle here. Here comes my favorite cow, Ariel. Good girl. See if Annabelle lets me start brushing her. Nope, she won't stay for it. I know Ariel will. And just so nobody gets words twisted here, while yes, I'm opposed to hound hunting, I am not actually opposed to hunting. I actually think that without hunting certain animals like white-tailed deer, our woods would be decimated with overpopulation and all sorts of problems. I don't believe hunting is the right approach for most types of predators, particularly mid-sized predators, nature called. And when it comes to coyotes specifically, even Vermont's Fish and Wildlife Department would agree with me. She doesn't like me brushing her either still. And for folks who are out there watching this video saying, oh my gosh, what I'm seeing happen in Vermont with this coyote hunting is absolutely crazy, I will leave some links down below in the description of this video of folks you can contact if you want to voice your opinion and be heard and potentially influence policy and hunting laws here in Vermont. So thanks for hearing me out today. I'll be back again with another video real soon. If you guys want to flash back to the time that the bear hound hunters came to our farm, I'll leave a link for that video right up here on the screen. And I'll be back with a new video real soon.